Here we are. This is my first day on this investigation. This one seems to be a bit different from normal. Seems to involve more moving pieces than I had anticipated. Let's get right to it then. Who am I to you? You can just call me Pistol. But some call me Poltergeist Pistol. As I've said before, my memory is very hazy and very full of holes. As far as I know, the true day I was born in was the day I died to the woman that I thought I had loved. As far as languages go, I'd say I only speak two of them. It's language of crime and the language of justice. As far as blood type goes, I don't really have blood. You see, I'm as see-through as it gets. You could just go through me, because I am a ghost. A poltergeist, even. Yes. You may call me a private paranormal investigator. And this is a little joke to you fellas. I mean, this is entertainment after all. My height, 6 feet under. You see, because I'm dead. It's a little joke that I've made for all of you. My story. Love is a problematic thing. Everyone thinks they know what they want out of love, but they always end up getting something different. A lovesick fool I was, thinking she could have been the one. The only thing I ever got out of it was a broken and bleeding heart. Some days, I think fondly of the time I used to see anything but black and white, but I think it suits me. Nothing is truly black or white in my vision now. Everything I ever see is pure gray. Fitting for a world where everyone has their flaws and their nuggets of gold. And I am between worlds, the one of the damned and the one of the living, being the gray that connects the two worlds. As far as goals go, it's very simple, you see. I only really have one go in life, to find the truth. Otherwise, I'd say that currently, my main goal is to figure out just what is happening with this Mr. Axecutioner. Some of his affiliates think the man is lost, think the man is gone from life. Well, I've seen many dead, I've seen many alive. I wouldn't put it past either outcome, but I must find him, because the truth about what happened in his case is more important than finding out a body dead or alive. Now don't let the one with the skirt hear that, because he gets very upset. Apparently, video games, I must do that too. I'm not one much for games. I've already played it live. If it's part of the job, I guess I must do it to fit in. I must immerse myself within his culture, as depraved as it might be. As depraved as this whole V-Shuba thing is. I'll also be making sure to keep doing my investigations, so keep a lookout. This is a debut after all. And the people said me there are a couple of things you must do during your debut. I'm gonna do a bit of singing for you all. I'm not very much of the singing type, but
with evil powers close at hand, the devil's in command. Hero, so just and fair, he's devil man. He's devil man.
now that we've been through this, had another section planned out. Well, here we are. We got quite a group of people here to talk about this whole Axecutioner thing. Well, we should start with the progenitor. Mother Battle Axe, do you have anything you have to say for yourself?
Well, first of all, I
am very, very disappointed that you think I would do something to my honey, Mother Battleaxe. That is very nice of you, but I just think this whole ordeal is still suspicious. Mrs. Battleaxe, where were you during the night of October 2nd, 2021? Well, I was in my room, in my house, and I was just watching my daily rewatches of one Mr. Columbo. One of which, let me tell you, honey, you look quite like him. And that's... If you want to ever step into the room to help me out with one of those rewatches, that is very kind of you. But I will not accept those requests at the moment. Were you doing anything else, Mrs. Battleaxe? Well, no. When my honey was attacked by that horrible, yet somehow handsome monster, I was just standing there watching, and then suddenly, Goobor, he just steps into the room and just starts telling me that something happened to him, and I was just so worried, and his door wouldn't open, so I just kicked it down with my pure thick legs. The history, it seems like you have a little bit of a background with Mr. Ferguson. If so, can you elaborate on it? I will not. Excuse me? I will not elaborate on my sex life on this stream. Battleaxe, what is your relationship with the current management of AXE? Well, I'm very proud of Axecutioner for all the business he does, but I think he needs to lay off my good honey and just go off on his own. He needs to grow up. Maybe a little bit of favoritism, I might add, but for this case, this favoritism might come at your favor. Is there anyone involved in this case that you suspect could be in touch with Mr. Ferguson? Well, Goober, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you're both green. Oh, I see how it is. Well, settle down now, everyone. This is getting a bit touchy. We want to keep it friendly to everyone. We have a friend of the Team Axecutioner here with us today. One Sir Vaudevillain. He gave some of his time to step in and help us out with this investigation.
Yes, I do have a very busy schedule, so let's please try to keep it a little short if we can.
Let's get right to it then. What exactly were you doing during the night of October 2nd, 2021?
Oh yes, I was busy all night with rehearsal, trying to find a way to provide entertainment while completely milking the money out of everyone, but I found everything I tried to plot that Disney had already done. So.
What is your relationship with Dr. Axecutioner?
Ah yes, the good doctor is a colleague. He provides great input for my schemes, and I provide also input and, I guess, consultation as well to some of his ideas regarding how suitably dramatic they are.
Did you ever feel compelled to attack Doctor?
Of course not. I'm not a savage. I would never dream of doing such things. Much violence is just so lowbrow.
Were you ever in touch with this Mr. Ford Ferguson?
Yes, I do know of Mr. Ferguson. I have found some of his vocal renditionings, or at least fascinated enough that I have made recordings of them for my own purposes.
Sorry for this line of questioning, but this might be somewhat relevant. Did you ever sleep with Mrs. Battleaxe?
I would like to refrain from answering this question, considering my current positioning.
Continuing our investigation, moving past that one, for the last question, is there anyone involved in this case that you suspect to be in touch with Mr. Ferguson?
Well, the only thing I could say is that, Mr. Ferguson is the fisherman in the deep diving mass. I would say the most logical way to go about it would be just to look to anyone associated with any kind of deep sea creatures. Now, I wouldn't know if anyone would be like that, but that might be a direction you may want to look.
Perhaps fish, maybe crabs, maybe squids.
Possibly.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on just a second.
You have anything to add to this conversation, Mr. Gladius?
I did not do it. It was not me.
I didn't say it was.
Moving on. Mr. Cooper, can you explain why the monkey is here for questioning? It's because the
Monkey!
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Very, very mature. Mr. Pinky, where were you during the night of October 2nd, 2021? That is quite interesting, Mr. Pinky, but I am afraid I don't speak monkey, so unless anyone in this room can comically answer for him, I don't think it can be really understood. I can speak monkey. Really? No. Mr. X-Prentice, your adoration for Mr. Axecutioner is quite clear, and that makes you very much. That means that I expect your cooperation with this case to be very, very insightful, as I expect that you were probably very close to watching what Axecutioner was up to during that time, right? Well, yeah, I watch every single one of his streams, make sure to archive all his VODs, and make sure to also, I keep a list of everyone that he's interacted with. Yeah, I have a good keen eye on what's going on in his life, I guess you could say that. Anyway, where were you during the night of October 2nd, 2021 then? As I'm gonna say, during the night of October 2nd, I was just watching his streams and making sure that Mr. X was having a good old time. I was very worried, and then when I got there, Mrs. Battleaxe was kicking in the door and making sure that we could go in, but when we got in, he was just not there. He was just not there. Well,
hey, excuse me, sorry to interrupt this.
Hold on, I need to talk about Executioner.
No, what does Calavera mean by that guy on the right? Surely it's not the guy just right of the person that's currently being questioned. He means the far right, right?
Well, hello, Mr. Calavera. Good to see you here. But listen, Big Squid Man. I was about to talk about.
It's rude to interrupt the thing, Gladius. You could at least let them finish before you say
Oh,
anything.
shut up, you backstabbing son of a bitch!
I was about to talk about Mr. Executioner and how great he is, and how we go out and he showed me places, and then we talk a lot. We never really got that far, but we're pretty close. We're pretty close, and I mean, we like to hang out together a lot, and it's it's special. The way I would describe our relationship is special. they went to the shop together one time, and then next all the other times, X-Prentice has been just following Axecutioner as he goes to work. So might want to write that down. Mr. Poltergeist. Thank you. Did you ever feel compelled to attack Dr. Axecutioner, Mr. X-Prentice? You want to get stabbed? How dare you? How dare you imply I would ever... Well, I mean, if it's his thing, I guess. If he, like, wants it, I can, like, attack him, but... otherwise, no. No. What is your current thoughts of the current management of AXE? Well, I think that mean exterminator ought to get dragged into the streets and lynched to a pole. He needs to stop being so mean to my executioner. And he did take away X3, that bitch. But otherwise, I think he needs to stop. He needs to be stopped. And he's a mean man that needs to stop. Yes. Okay, so question number 6 is, well, I mean, it's kind of touchy, but no, not my type. Sorry. Well, that clears it up pretty fast, I'd say. Well, Mr. Squidman, is it correct to say your name is Gladius? Where were you during the night of October 2nd, 2021?
First off, I would like to say that I was brought here on false pretenses. I had no idea that this was happening. I had no idea this was the content of this stream. And I think that's a case for entrapment right there. So, but on October 2nd, 2021, my roommate was working on some sort of weird video thing, so I left the house so he could have it, for himself. And I just went to the park all night. And I slept on the bench. Park was completely empty.
So there's just no one to verify your story, is what you're saying.
Okay, well, there was a dog, I guess, but he's dead. The dog.
There used to be a dog, yeah. He's probably dead now.
Well, it was very tragic circumstance. There was a car. I was driving it real fast.
What would you say is your relationship with Dr. Axecutioner?
I mean, I would say we're friends. We've known each other for a few years now, and we like to hang out. We like to get into it. We like to come up with little schemes. We like to pull pranks and little spoofs and goofs, that sort of thing.
Have you ever interacted with Mr. Ford Ferguson? I mean, I don't want to put any sort of types here, but I am very...
Okay, hold on. I know exactly what to say here. I would not associate with anyone like this Ford guy because, whatever, there's some nautical connections you could form between the two of us, just on a thematic level, I guess. But, I mean, he's a diver. He kills deep sea... He helped cook fish. Why would I associate with this man in a positive manner? Why would I be collaborating with him? It's completely ridiculous.
Fish are just the dogs of the sea.
Yeah, and I'm a fish. I think last night. You know what? It's murky a bit. I don't want to.
What is your relationship with the current management of AXE? It has come to my attention that you were kicked out for apparently being too evil towards dogs. Is that the truth?
No. I walked out voluntarily in solidarity with my good friend Axecutioner, who was wrongly terminated from the organization.
Also because he killed dogs. Well, to keep it short, question 6, Axecutioner's mom, yes or no?
I don't want to be rude, but, never.
Well, I'm still open to it, honey, so...
Well, I don't actually know if our organs are compatible. I don't want to talk about my biology anymore.
We can make it compatible, honey. You just gotta give it a call.
No.
The last question. Is there anyone involved in this case that you suspect to be in touch with Mr. Ferguson?
I guess I sort of have an answer to that. I've been kind of wondering if this Ford Ferguson guy is such a big suspect. Why isn't he here? Like, he showed up, I think, on a different stream for a moment. I don't think it was planned, but... And then there's the Axecutioner's brother, he just keeps antagonizing him. Both of those guys seem way more likely than anyone else here.
Well, to explain to you why we couldn't do it, well, you see, Mr. Exterminator is in some fucking castle in the middle of fuck nowhere. No one fucking knows where he is. So, get that out of your head, as is. Then the next one is Ford. Why did I bring him here? Because the last time he was here, he tried to kill me. So I was a bit touchy about trying to contact him, if contacting him is even possible at the moment.
I just thought I was gonna come on and have a good time. I didn't even know the Executioner. I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a bit. I didn't know he was actually gone. And I'm very upset that I am being looked at in this light.
Moving on, Mr. Cooper, in many ways can be seen as Axecutioner's number 2, but many times being the number 2 can be also very, very dangerous. Maybe some feelings got bottled up and left to the side, and that makes me question your position on this whole thing very, very much. Well, okay. Let's just go this one by one, okay? Let's just go on this one by one. What were you doing during the night of October? Oh, very simple. I was in the fucking chat. I was literally right there. Next, what was my relationship with Dr. Executioner? Very simple. You just said it. Number 2, I'm like the guy that does everything for him. I mean, you can... Sure, we don't get along great. We, like, don't get along at all, really. But still, wouldn't fucking kill the guy. He still pays rent, you know. Number 3, ever feel compelled to attack Dr. Executioner? Absolutely, every day of the week. Yeah, fucking every day of the week I want to kill that guy. But not in that way. Not in the way of, like, actually killing him. You be very careful, Mr. Cooper. You're in thin fucking ice. What is your relationship with the current management of Axe? I don't give a shit about Axe. They can fucking die in a ditch, I don't care. Sure, I worked in the X3 project, but it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't like having fun with it. You know, question 6, I did not do the mom thing. It wasn't for the lack of trying on her end, though. The reason why I knew I could call in her to kick in Axecutioner's door is because I knew that she's very proficient at door kicking. This certainly is interesting evidence. This was very insightful. I suppose you can all go now. And if you guys have
whoever is responsible for this, and that we are able to bring our dear doctor back.
You want to bang?
End the stream, and just end the stream now. This is a shit show.
Yes, I believe it's a simple ending. I agree with the Gladius for once.
This is a kangaroo court. This is a goddamn kangaroo court.
Thank you for watching, audience. Salutations, farewell, adieu.
I miss Axecutioner so fucking much, bro.